Yeah? Sure.
I think so. I tweaked my shoulder a bit in that last one, but I'll be fine. Come on.
All right.
I have, actually. Have you ever read The Herbalist's Guide to Skyrim? Oh, well, then you should. It's a reference for all things alchemical in the land of Skyrim. Well, at least most of the big ones. Jazbay, Bleeding Crown, Nirnroot, Death Bell. So many different types of ingredients and properties. It's truly fascinating. The illustrations are so vivid, and pretty accurate too. Forgive me, I get carried away when I talk about these things. I read it after you brought me back home for the first time. The castle certainly hasn't aged well, but at least someone's been updating our family library. This book was on my rather long reading list, because, you know, I only have 1,000 years worth of catching up to do. Both fun and not fun. Even for a bookworm such as myself, this was quite overwhelming.
Oh, I love it when you talk to me like that. Of course. Well, I was feeling pretty lonely till you came along, but I'm so glad you did. I'm here if you ever need me.
Yes, my little ash hopper. I hope you like it. I've never had to cook for anyone before. Here. I'll shoulder your burdens.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's another Dovahkiin. She likes this one better.
Hey, Sophia. Just wondering, what were you thinking about?
I was just...
Actually, never mind. I probably don't want to hear it.
a pleasant day. Just the time to sleep.
duel with my rat will be fun to watch. Imagine all the yelling and cursing.
What I would give to be next to a nice, warm fire right now.
It's lies. All of it. I don't care what she told you. It's all lies. No? Well, then she hasn't gotten to you yet. But she will. And don't you believe a word of it.
What now? She's too busy contemplating.
Don't trust that one. He's up to something. Most here are up to something, of course, but in his case, it's not good. I haven't figured it out yet, but I will. He is rather handsome, though, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Enchanting services are one of the few things that keep us in touch with the rest of Skyrim.
I'm not sure what happened. A monk from the Sijic Order. Here after all these years, and then he just leaves. I hope we didn't offend him somehow. Beyond asking for you, he never said. Very strange indeed. Has Tolfdir been telling stories again? I thought I made it quite clear that this was a subject inappropriate for conversation. Please, don't allow him to continue to discuss the subject. Really? And what might that be? I'm sorry, what? Well, I'd certainly love to have such a powerful staff, but I'm not really sure that any of us need it. And how do you know of this? Did you really? And he specifically mentioned the staff of Magnus? I'm impressed with your initiative. Of course, someone will need to follow up on this. A most impressive attitude. Keep this up, and you'll do quite well for yourself. Something as specific and ancient as the staff of Magnus. I'm not sure we'd ever find something like that. I seem to recall Mirabelle mentioning the staff somewhat recently. Why don't you see if she can tell you anything? I'm quite pleased with your progress, you know. You've certainly proven yourself to be more than a mere apprentice. Well done. This circlet once proved invaluable to me. I hope it can be of use to you now.
So, what's on your mind? Ah, the College of Winterhold. I've read about this place, but never really been here myself. It's a bit underwhelming, to say the least. Everything just seems so crumbly. Well, that's more for the main city, if you'd even call it that. But the college doesn't seem to be in the best shape either. It also doesn't help that most of the locals here despise the college, at least from what I've heard. The faculty and students here are just mages, though. They're not going to cause the end of the world or anything apocalyptic of the sort. Ugh. Sometimes other people really are just nonsensical. Like my father, mother, and basically everyone else who's tried to kill us up to this point.
So cold, so go somewhere else.
I tried joining the Bards College. They thought Bards were supposed to have a sense of humor, but they just sit there reading books. I can't believe what that guy made me do.
Please
to
don't
join,
bother
though.
the Archmage unless it's absolutely
no,
necessary.
Nothing like that.
Well, now
He
that's an
wanted
odd
me to
question.
retrieve some
Why in the
dusty
world would
old
you be
relic
asking?
from some forbidden cave? I just handed him a notebook.
I see.
And they spent
Well, yes, I
ages
suppose
trying
I
to
did mention
decipher
it,
the nonsense
though I'm
that
not
I
sure
wrote
what
in
he
it.
expects me to tell you. I
Well,
only
I
brought
do
it to his
see
attention a
why
few
you
months
wouldn't
back
want
when the
to be
Synod showed up here
angry.
looking for it.
I don't like
They
what
were
you did
apparently under the
either.
impression we were keeping it in a
That
closet
artifact
somewhere.
They wanted you to find was probably of great importance.
Mages based out of
culturally
Cyrodiil.
and historically.
They fancy themselves the
In a
imperial
way,
authority on
the
magic
college
these
is sort
last
of
few
built
hundred
on
years.
those things
My
as well.
understanding is that all they
You
really
can't
do
write
is
about
make
epic
noise in an
tales if you
attempt to
don't
curry
have the
favor from
source
the Emperor.
material, really.
Lots of politics,
Eventually,
little
the
magic.
next song they
I was
write
quite
is
surprised to
going
find them
be
on our
based
doorstep.
nonsense.
They seemed amiable enough, but their line of questioning made me uneasy. It became clear they're trying to hoard powerful artifacts, looking to consolidate power. No one here does. The Synod seemed convinced it was somewhere in Skyrim. They inquired about the ruins of Mzulft, but that's all I remember. It sounded like they were heading there, though they were rather secretive about why. I suppose if you're intent on looking for the staff, there's a chance they might be in Mzulft yet. Just don't expect them to be cooperative.
Why do treasures always have to be hidden in places like these? She doesn't understand.
It's getting late. We should find a place to rest.
Is this a dwarven city? I always wondered what the dwarves actually looked like.
Crystal. Gone. Find Paratus. In oculory.
Better not be spiders in here.
So, you know your way with a blade, huh?
Me? Scared?